Good day and welcome. Today we're taking to the skies. We are floating gently above a very special place. Down below us lies the city of Datong. It rests in the northern part of China's Shanxi province. This isn't just any city. It is a place where history breathes. Millennia ago, it was a capital. Emperors of the Northern Wei dynasty walked these lands. From our unique vantage point, we can see it all. The past and the present are woven together. As we drift on the gentle currents of the air, the scale of Datong becomes clear. It is nestled within a grand basin. The land stretches out like a vast canvas. You can almost feel the quiet hum of history rising to meet us. Our eyes are first drawn to a magnificent, defining feature. It is the great city wall of Datong. From our perch in the sky, it looks like a giant protective arm. It wraps around the heart of the old city. This colossal structure of earth and brick is a truly awesome sight. It stands 14 meters high and stretches for over 7 kilometers. At each corner, a grand watchtower stands sentinel. These towers are even more impressive from above. They once housed soldiers, ever watchful for signs of trouble on the horizon. Now they stand as silent monuments to that bygone era. The wall is not just a barrier, it is a storybook written in stone and earth. Looking down, you can see the wide moat that once surrounded the wall. Today, parts of it are filled with calm water, reflecting the sky like a silver ribbon. The wall seems to separate two worlds, the historical core from the modern city that has grown around its feet. From our aerial view, we can see tiny figures walking along its top. They are like pilgrims tracing a sacred path. Now let us drift over the ancient walls. We enter the realm they were built to protect. The view changes dramatically. Below us is a mesmerizing mosaic of rooftops. The layout is orderly, a grid of streets and alleyways. This planned design is characteristic of traditional Chinese cities. We can see the elegant curved eaves of traditional buildings. They sweep upwards at the corners, as if reaching for the sky. Hidden between the buildings are secluded courtyards. They are little pockets of green, with trees and gardens offering a private oasis away from the street. Look there. We can see a drum tower and a bell tower. They rise above the surrounding rooftops, marking the city's central axis. Modern cars move like tiny beetles along the ancient streets. Some buildings have satellite dishes on their traditional roofs. Life continues. It evolves. But the fundamental structure of the old city remains intact. It is a testament to the enduring power of its design. Our gentle flight now brings us over a particularly special complex within the city walls. This is the Huayan Temple. From the sky, it is an island of tranquility and grandeur. It is one of the largest and most perfectly preserved temples from the Liao and Jin dynasties. We can see a series of grand halls and pavilions laid out along a central axis. They are connected by spacious courtyards. The entire complex is a masterpiece of architectural harmony. The dark, sweeping roofs stand in beautiful contrast to the green trees planted within its walls. The upper monastery is home to the main hall, the Mahavira Hall. From here we can appreciate its immense size. It is one of the largest Buddhist halls in China. Let's drift towards the lower monastery. Its main building, the Boxiajiaokang Hall, looks more modest from the air, but it holds a remarkable treasure. You can imagine the scent of incense wafting up from the courtyards below, carrying centuries of prayers and devotion on the breeze. As we float above, we can see the careful symmetry of its design. Every element seems to be in its perfect place. Seeing it from the sky, laid out in its entirety, is a privileged view. It allows us to understand its design and its purpose in a way that is simply not possible from the ground. As we continue our aerial survey of the old city, a vibrant slash of color catches our eye. It is located near the old princely palace grounds. From this height, it looks like a fallen rainbow. It is bright, long, and impossibly detailed. This is the famous Nine-Dragon screen. It is one of the most remarkable treasures of Datong, and seeing it from above is a unique experience. We can take in its full length and stunning artistry in a single glance. The screen is nearly 46 meters long. It is made of glazed tiles in brilliant hues of yellow, blue, green, and purple. Even from our high vantage point, the dragons are clearly visible. There are 9 of them, writhing and coiling across the surface of the wall. The central dragon, painted in imperial yellow, is the most magnificent. It represents the emperor himself. Floating here, we can see how the screen interacts with the light. As the sun moves across the sky, different facets of the glazed tiles will glitter and shine. From our perspective, we can appreciate the screen not just as a work of art, but as a piece of landscape architecture. It is perfectly positioned. It is not in a museum, behind glass. It is out in the elements, a bold and beautiful statement of imperial power and mythological belief laid out for the heavens to see. Now, let us guide our flight west of the city. We leave the ancient walls behind and drift over the surrounding landscape. About 16 kilometers away, nestled at the base of the Wuzhou Mountains, a truly wondrous sight comes into view. Carved directly into the face of a sandstone cliff is a honeycomb of caves. This is the Yungang Grottoes, a UNESCO World Heritage Site of global importance. From the air, the scale of this monumental undertaking is awe-inspiring. A 1-kilometer stretch of the cliff face has been transformed into a magnificent gallery of Buddhist art. From our aerial perspective, we can see the largest of the caves. They appear as dark, gaping mouths in the pale rock. Some are fronted by multi-storied wooden temple structures built to protect the delicate carvings within. There are over 51,000 statues within these grottos. The largest is a seated Buddha, 17 meters high. Our flight path gives us a geologist's view of the site. We can see how the sculptors worked with the natural contours of the sandstone cliff. Drifting silently above this sacred valley, one feels a profound sense of reverence. We are witnessing one of humanity's greatest artistic achievements, a library of sculpture carved into the very bones of the earth. Let's now steer our course towards the southeast, towards the Hengshan mountain range. Here, we find something that truly defies belief. It appears as if by magic. Clinging precariously to the sheer cliff face of Jinlong Canyon is the Hanging Monastery, or Xuankongxi. From our aerial view, it looks like a model. A delicate wooden structure glued to the side of a massive rock wall. It is an architectural marvel. It seems to be held in place by nothing more than a few slender wooden poles. As we circle slowly, we can admire the layout of the monastery. It is a compact complex of about 40 halls and pavilions. They are connected by a dizzying network of narrow wooden walkways, bridges and stairs. They wind their way up the cliff face like a wooden serpent. We can see the tiny, elegant roofs and brightly painted balustrades. It is hard to believe that people live, worship, and have done so for centuries in such a precarious and awe-inspiring location. What makes this monastery even more unique is that it is the only one in China that combines the three main traditional faiths: Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. From the sky, the monastery appears fragile, yet it has endured for centuries. It stands as a powerful symbol of human perseverance and our ability to create beauty and sanctuary in the most unlikely of places. As we pull back and gain altitude, the individual landmarks of Datong merge into a wider landscape. We can now fully appreciate the city's natural setting. Datong is cradled by mountains. To the north lie the Yin Mountains, which form a natural barrier with the Mongolian plateau. To the south, we can see the rugged peaks of the Hengshan Range. Flowing through this landscape is the Yu River, a tributary of the mighty Sangan. From up here, it looks like a silver thread weaving its way across the plains. We can see patches of green farmland spread out across the basin. They form a patchwork quilt of different shades, indicating various crops. The vastness of the Los Plateau stretches out around us. It is a unique geological formation, a landscape of fine, wind-blown silt. From the sky, we can see the deep gullies and ravines that water has carved into the plateau over countless centuries. Our flight over Datong reveals a city that is in constant dialogue with its natural environment. The city walls mimic the protective embrace of the mountains. The temples and monasteries are carefully sited to be in harmony with the surrounding cliffs and peaks. As we float peacefully in the sky, we can see this beautiful and complex relationship laid out before us. It is a story not just of human history, but of the deep connection between humanity and the earth itself. Our journey through the skies above Datong is now drawing to a close. As we begin to ascend, the city and its surroundings shrink into a single cohesive picture. The great walls, the sea of rooftops, the temples, the caves and the mountains all merge into one grand vista. What we are left with is a profound sense of peace and admiration. Datong, seen from this heavenly perspective, is not just a collection of historical sites. It is a living, breathing entity, a place where the past is not just remembered, but is an active part of the present. From up here, the clamor of modern life fades away. We are left with the enduring forms of the landscape and the architecture, the strong rectangular shape of the city wall, the solemn grandeur of the Huayan temple's roofs, the impossible delicacy of the hanging monastery, the mythical power of the nine-dragon screen. The true beauty of Datong, as seen from the air, is its harmony. There is a harmony between the human-made and the natural, a harmony between the ancient and the modern. As we drift away, the morning sun casts long shadows, giving the landscape a final, dramatic relief. This aerial tour has been more than just a sightseeing trip. It has been a meditation. The memory of this peaceful flight, of this city cradled by mountains and history, will remain, a beautiful and serene image, forever imprinted on the mind's eye.